Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys the best makeup products that I tried in 2025. So this is everything but eyeshadow palettes. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree. I'm a crazy lover of all things beauty. I love to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, and I like to do a lot on indie makeup. So if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. So here's another video wrapping up the things that I tried in 2024. I did post ranking all of my palettes I tried, so if you haven't seen that one, I'll link it below. I'll put it up in the corner, but this is now focusing on other makeup products. So I realized last year I only did one video ranking recent makeup purchases. Usually I do a video like that quarterly, but I only did one, but that's just because the year was insanely busy for me. So this year I plan to keep up the quarterly like makeup purchases review. Hopefully I will be on a better schedule this year, but who knows, it could get crazy again. But I'm just going to show you everything that I've loved on. I think there's only 2 products I have in here that I never actually used on camera, but I use a lot off camera. And I'll let you know when we get to those products. So I think I have like 15 things here to go over, 15 or 14 items. I didn't want to make the list too long, and I also want to let you know I did film this eye look in case you're curious. I have the Vet palette on my eyes. This is from Tarte Cosmetics. I'm not sure if the video of me putting this together will be up before this one, but if it is, I'll link it below. I'll put it up in the corner. So I think we should now jump into this. So I have various categories. I guess we should start off with the best complexion products that I tried. So first of all, I want to mention the One Size Beauty Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. This is one of the products I have not actually used on camera. I'll probably do a get ready with me soon where I use this so you can actually see how it works. But this is like the most mattifying primer I have ever tried since the one from Versace, but I don't know if Versace is still producing that. I do still have one left, but I was like looking for a long time for a replacement for that one since they hadn't like restocked it or actually brought it back, and I found it. And this one comes out easier, like it's not that dropper. I wasn't a fan of the dropper one for Versace, but this one you just like squeeze it out, you put a very thin layer and you have to let it fully dry down, and it kind of almost feels like glue is drying down. But if you want your skin to stay oil free and look shine free throughout the day, this is it. I have an oily skin type. I live in a hot climate here in Texas, so especially in the summertime I get extra shiny. So this has been a lifesaver, and I'm so happy I finally found a replacement for that Versace primer. And that's the only primer I'm going to mention. And then for complexion, so this one right here, we'll have actually 3 complexion products. So the first one is the Urban Decay Face Bond foundation. It's not my perfect shade. I still haven't picked up the right actual color for me, but this is really nice. It is on the very thin side, so it feels weightless on the face. It doesn't fully dry down where I don't have to set it, but I mean, I'm an oily skin type, so I'm always going to set my makeup, but I just love how comfortable it is on the skin. It almost feels like I don't have nothing on. It gives crazy amount of coverage, and it is a more matte product, and it lasts pretty well on my skin. And if I like combine this with this, it's like my foundation is unmovable. Like, it's a great combination. And then the other complexion product that I fell in love with was the It Cosmetics Natural Matte CC Plus coverage like foundation thing. I really like this. It is one of those satin mattes. It's very soft on the skin, gives great coverage for being like a CC cream. I would say it's like medium, or you can kind of share it out to be lighter. I think the tone of it is perfect for me. I think I have medium cool for this one, and I love the packaging. It has SPF 40. I love traveling with this, especially in the summertime. It's perfect to give coverage, stay a little bit more matte, but it's not heavy at all, and it's not so matte that you feel like, you know, your face is looking like clay basically. This is a really nice one if I want something a little bit more softer and not as extreme matte as some other foundations that I have in my collection. And then one that is more, I would say satiny, not the most long wearing, but I love how this makes my skin look. And I never actually use this on camera, but in the get ready with me that I'm planning to do, I will use it on camera. But it's the LYS Stick Foundation. I have my shade in MN5, which I think is medium neutral. And this one I have used so much, especially traveling, because it's just such a convenient packaging. It's easy to like swipe it on real quick. I would say it's like medium to light medium coverage, but it's so easy to blend this. It's like super creamy, and just like one go with my foundation brush, it gives out a nice even complexion without looking heavy, and it makes my skin look flawless. It's hard to find a good stick foundation that doesn't like tug at the skin or end up looking too thick on the skin, and this one does it so well. It's so creamy. It's a beautiful formula, and it's definitely more of a satiny finish. It doesn't completely dry down, and it's not the most long wearing foundation that I've ever tried. I do get shiny probably at like the 6-hour mark, but I just like it for effortless makeup, running out the door, doing some errands, and I don't want something heavy, and I just want something easy to put on. That's my go-to for that. And then we're gonna go on to a concealer. Now, I didn't think I ranked this very high on that ranking video. I think it was towards the top, but this has grown on me so much. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I actually traveled with this one quite a bit, and I love how creamy and lightweight this feels. It doesn't crease really bad under my eyes. I mean, I naturally just crease because I have, you know, wrinkles down there, but it's a really beautiful, flawless, effortless concealer. It blends right into the skin, and it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look cakey. Even when I powder it, it's a really nice, lightweight, effortless concealer, and I really enjoyed it. And I now get why people love this concealer so much. It just looks so nice under the eyes. And I think that's it for Complexion. So now let's go into like blush and bronzer. So I have two bronzers to mention. So the Too Faced Chocolate Souffle Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick. This one is also one I've traveled with, used quite a bit. It has a perfect undertone. It's a little bit more cool, and I have pink to my undertone, so it works really well for my skin tone. I feel like most bronzers end up being very warm, and so it just never looks right on my skin tone because I'm more pink, and usually most bronzers lean warm and not on the cooler side. So this one is perfect. It's super blendable, very creamy. It's like effortless. Like you just dab a couple times like a brush or a sponge, and it just melts into the skin. It doesn't like sit on the skin. It just kind of fuses into your skin and your foundation. It looks so beautiful and just gives you a gorgeous bronzed effect to the skin. And I just love the convenient packaging. It has like a chocolate orange scent, which I actually enjoy. If you don't like scented products, maybe you won't be a fan, but it's not a strong scent. Like it's not something I smell all day. I just love how creamy it is. It doesn't pick up the foundation, nothing. It's just perfect in every way. And then the other bronzer that I fell in love with is the NYX Buttermilk Bronzer. This is so good. NYX came out with some really good products last year, but this one too has the best undertone for my skin. And it's just a little bit more cool. It's like a little bit more pink, and it looks so good against my skin tone, and it's like buttery. It is quite pigmented though, so you have to go on with a light hand because it can get intense very fast, but it does have that like powder to cream feel. I feel like once it touches your skin, it kind of just melts in, so the whole buttermelt name just works perfectly for it. Now it is like scented, but I don't mind the scent. It's kind of like a tropical smell, but this color, this is the one in, which one do I have? Butter Biscuit. The perfect medium pinky bronzer. It looks so good on my skin, and it's effortless. It's blendable. It doesn't look patchy. It just melts right in. Like, this is so good. So now let's get into blush. So of course I'm going to mention the NYX Buttermilk blushes. They're also amazing, and that cream to powder kind of feel that just melt into the skin. And I have mainly, I think I only have the glowy ones. I don't know if I have a matte one, but it has a beautiful sheen without it being sparkly or glittery. And it, the different shades also were so beautiful in the lineup, like all the options. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, yeah. And like this one too, it's like a rosy mauve brown. It's so gorgeous. And then I got this one, which maybe this is a matte one, but it's like a vibrant pinky lavender, which actually works on my skin. And then I got a beautiful orangey one. I honestly hope that they come out with more shades because this formula is beautiful and I love the sheen on them. I love how easy they blend into the skin and they're just stunning. They're also pigmented, so go on with a light hand, but they're also really good. Like, Drugstore came out with some really good stuff last year. Then I'm going on to another like matte, well, more like a satiny blush. It's the Singed Beauty Evocative Silk blushes. They are beautiful. There's like a soft sheen to them, but they're also very silky. They blend right into the skin. I love the different tones that Angelica came out with. This is her line, and they're all kind of warm and unique. This is Raisin. I love it. Timid Tomato is a beautiful like muted red. Then there's this beautiful like warmer pink, and then this gorgeous little yellowy orange. Very pretty shades, very blendable and nice and silky, and I just love the soft sheen that it gives. It's like a glow from within. They remind me a lot of the Wonderlust blushes from Buxom, like that kind of soft satin finish to it. They're just so pretty. They're gorgeous. I can't wait to see what other colors they'll come out with in the future. I'm hoping that they're going to expand this line, which I'm sure she will. And then I also have the Rare Beauty Glowy Blushes. I love these. They're beautiful and I love the sheen on them. You really have to like a sheeny glowy blush to go for these because they're definitely more sheeny than like the typical blushes that have more of that like satin finish like the Singed Beauty ones. These ones definitely have glow, but they're not like chunky. They don't have glitter specks in it or sparkle. It's just like a metallic sheen. They're gorgeous. Now I know some people said like the lighter ones or some of them didn't have enough pigment to the base, which I feel like the lighter ones, that's the case. You just kind of have to build them up, but the darker ones definitely have more pigment to the base, and I love all of them. I want every shade. They are delicate though, don't drop them because they can break easily, but they're so pretty. And I just love glowy blushes. They're some of my favorite kind of blushes to wear, glowy ones, and then it would be satiny ones. And then the last blush thing I have here is this blush palette. This is the Spring Magic palette from Unearthly. This is another palette I used a lot, and I just love the undertones. They're all glowy. Some are more satin leaning and some are more metallic leaning, but look at these different shades. Very unique. There's like a purple, a red, like a salmony pinky coral, then this orange is like pinky lavender, and then this like mauve like purple tone shade, mauve pink. It's so gorgeous. I love these different tones. I find them very, you know, different than the usual things you find in blush palettes, and I love that they're all glowy blushes, and I really like Unearthly. So this is one I've traveled with and used a lot. And I think that's it for, oh no, I'm lying. There's one other blush. It was definitely the year of blush last year. And then I have the LYS stick blushes. These are also just as creamy and effortless as the foundation stick, as their bronzer stick. I think they're all sheeny. I don't know if they have a matte one because both of the ones that I have glow to them, but they're gorgeous and they're so easy. Just put a little bit on. Now these are also pigmented. You can build it up pretty quickly, but just go on like a couple dabs and blend it. They just melt right into the skin as well, and then it has a beautiful glow to them. So these ones also are gorgeous. And then I think I only have one highlighter formula to mention, and it is the Clionadh Fruitlighters, like the extension that they did. I love all of these. I got every single one. They all have interesting shifts. Like this is more of like a cool kind of green. This one's a yellowy green shift. Then there's one with a purple, reddish one, a pinky shift, a more like yellowy kind of gold, and an orange one. But I feel like the shifts are not so extreme that like it's too intense, because I know some people are scared of highlighters that have a strong color shift to them. These ones, I feel like the shifts are more subtle and more like wearable in a sense, and they're just like a blinding, but not in a way where you feel like you just have like a glitter explosion on the face. And they're just so pretty and smooth and effortless on the cheeks, and I just love all the different tones. I just feel like they did the shifty highlighters so well in a very flattering way. And then we're coming to the very last two products that I wanted to mention. So I have one lippy product. There's probably more that I could mention, but the ones that stood out to me are the ones that were in the ItsBel Cosmetics Under the Full Moon collection. I do feel like this overall collection did not get enough hype. They came out with the Under the Full Moon palette, which I really love, but these are like pigmented glosses, but they last well on the lips. I don't know how to describe them. Like, they're not one of those ones that just slip around. Like, there's pigment to it. It's like a lip cream. That's what I'm trying to say. More than a lip gloss. They're more like lip creams with a sheen. They're so good. Honestly, wish that ItsBel was still here. I just love that brand. You guys know I do. And I was like hoping that they would like extend the color range of this formula, because they're so beautiful. And I just love that they just fade very gracefully on the lips. And then we're getting into the Lethal Cosmetics liners. These liners I have used so much. This is all from the Avatar collection that they did, The Last Airbender. These are all from the different duals that they had, because I bought the entire collection, and they're so good, both the mattes and the metallics. But if you guys have watched my videos, you have seen me use so many of these liners and looks for details, for just adding extra sparkle, creating little arches with them. They're so good, creamy and gorgeous. My favorite ones are obviously the multi-chromes. They're just really opaque, easy to apply. They don't like get dry, they don't crumble off. They just look gorgeous, and the shifts on all of these are so pretty. These are just so good. If you're looking to add like details and do extra little things on the eyes, or have a little bit more of an interesting wing liner, they just amp up the look, especially the multi-chromes. Now each dual comes with like a matte and a like shimmery multi-chrome kind of liner, but all of them are good. That was everything. That was what I wanted to mention. These are products that are probably some of the most used things that I've put on my face all last year, and I swear by these products since I've used them multiple times. I've tested them in all different ways, and I think they're all amazing. But you guys will now have to let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments below? What are your favorite products that you tried last year? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun and colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that good stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have all the products linked that I mentioned today if you want to check them out for yourself. And I'll link any of the videos that I featured using any of these products if you want to see them in action. I will also have my makeup link, foundation, and all of that. And like I said, this look was filmed. This look will probably come up before this one, I'm thinking. So if you want to see how I put that, I will link the video of me putting this together with the Beaute palette. And I will have my contact and my social media platforms linked. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really appreciate it. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, for supporting me, for making 2024 so great. I just think you guys are all so amazing, and I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just send you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.